Hadn't seen that one before. Well, that one looks a little bit more serious than the other one, but I also still don't think that this is too bad, judging by this angle, but we'll see. Oh boy, now you've put a lot more blood. Okay, perhaps he does have a bigger injury, because now that you've raised your head like that, you've put a lot more blood on your head. He does look like a fierce warrior now, doesn't he? Sure. I feel a little bit sorry for you now with all this blood, but I would like it if you stood up so that we could assess your wounds. Hello, boy. And yes, like I was saying earlier, some more of the updates on the radio is that the Nkahumas are on Buffelshoek after a little bit of an absence, so hopefully they'll come to us tomorrow. Oh, sorry, somebody's calling Taylor, but they actually mean Ali. Standing by. It's not too far from the Buffelshoek cut line, so you'll see it's a prominent 2-track and there's a Gwari branch on the road. Alright, sorry, just trying to direct somebody onto the sighting. I think we're all quite interested in trying to see where all of this blood is coming from, because I think he might have another wound somewhere in there, because the gash at the bottom didn't seem the one that was bleeding all that much, but perhaps what he did was actually when he stretched his leg, that puncture wound that he's got there, that's what he put on his face, and because of the stretching and so on, and because it hasn't scabbed yet, maybe that's where the blood came from. Boy, you see, you should stay around here. Less lions to fight around this area. Elizabeth, you're wondering if we ever intervene when animals are hurt. Well, different parks and reserves have different policies, but in the Sabi Sand, if it's something that's caused by another animal, if it's a natural issue, then we do not intervene. The reserve doesn't do anything rather than let nature take its own course. So for example, for an injury like this, we would not intervene, because sometimes it's also putting the animal under a lot of stress, because a lot of the times you have to dart them and then re-dart them and they become very skittish and they don't like the vehicles. And also, if I've learned something by watching particularly lions in the last few years, is that they're very resilient animals, and sometimes we get really scared because there's a lot of blood and we're really worried, but they just have a way of pulling through. They're actually very strong creatures, and I think that's probably where the name the King of the Jungle really does apply to them. So unless it's a human caused problem, like for example a snare around somebody's foot or neck or ankle, you are looking like a proper warrior now. Look at that. Then no, we do not intervene. This is a natural environment, and that's part of the beauty and the horrible part of it. We let nature take its course, and we let animals sort themselves out. For a moment there, I thought he was biting his own tail. Oh, he is pulling his tail. That is quite funny. Also getting the tail very clean. Oh, this is quite funny. A lion pulling its whole tail. Alrighty. Very beautiful. So he has been cleaning himself quite a bit, so I wonder if perhaps he didn't move around and that's why there is a lot of more blood. But if you've got any questions or any comments, we actually love hearing from everyone who's watching. So if you want to send us a tweet using the hashtag SafariLive or on the YouTube channel, we are more than happy to hear from you and address any possible questions that you may have.